Hey, what's up, my mathletes? That's right, Mr. Muscarella coming at you, and in this video, I'm going to show you where to find some things in Schoology, like where's that stuff located, right? And this is going to be for our geometry class. So, of course, you'll log into Schoology using your credentials for school, and then in there, you'll see several different things. So let's first go down to say, look over here on the right-hand side. So sometimes you'll see this little upcoming spot right here. So you'll see Delta Math, problem set, 1 for Q2, so that's a little due date right there for that assignment coming up. So sometimes you'll see things there. Now, if you need to go back to the past, back to the future, you can go ahead and click on that, and then you might see some things from previous months or other times when they were in there. So all those different things you can also find by going to that little calendar that is in there for that. So that's where those pieces are. Now, where are the notes and where are the things that we're currently working on? So let's go back to Unit 1. Now in Unit 1 here, you'll see a couple of things. Now let's go ahead and look at the Day 4 folder. Now in the Day 4 folder, you'll see a couple of different items. The first thing that you're going to want to click on after you click on the folder for the day is the class agenda and resources. So you'll go ahead and click on that link, and then that will give you a idea of what's going on in class today. And you'll see a warm-up there with a link and the key for the warm-up with a link under item number 1. If you go down to item number 3, you'll see the blank notes and then a filled out version of the notes. Now when you click on the links for those items, make sure if you're looking at the notes yourself, pay attention to the use of color, pay attention to the use of key, different notes and everything. And as we discuss things in class, so see, here's a really great example. So let me just scroll down to it here. So how we're using color to notate things. So that's really important. And sometimes we'll make little notes like you see here written in gray. Given a true if-then hypothesis, the hypothesis is stated, the conclusion will occur. So sometimes we'll say things or we'll write things on here that you want to make sure that you write down in your own notes. So do use those things to help you stay organized and call attention to important details in your notes. Now, another thing, so to do before next class, so there's a list of items. In this case, we only have one thing to do, and those things will be listed in Desmos for you. Now, if you need the codes for Desmos or any of those things, whether it's Desmos or Remind or anything like that, you can always find that in the Getting Started folder. So you'll go down here and you'll see this item, Remind, Delta Math, and Desmos set up. So here is where you'll find all the different links to the codes for each one of those pieces. So you can go ahead and do each one of those, and then down here will be the codes for your class. Just make sure you type in the correct code the first time you join. And as always, be sure that you use your LCPS login. You use your school credentials. And then lastly, last thing to kind of say is, there might be some assessments that we'll do, and those quizzes, those tests, you'll see those in the assessments folder. And then you'll see, vocabulary practice assessment. Maybe there's a retake that you have to do. Other times there might be an entire folder like you see there. So wherever the assessments are, they will pop up in there. So that's basically how to navigate Schoology for you guys. If there's any questions that you have throughout the entire school year, please make sure that you reach out and ask. And if you find a mistake on one of the worked out keys, be sure you call it to our attention, because remember, progress over perfection. Mistakes are going to be celebrated throughout this year and in all of our mathematics journey together, because nobody's perfect and we all make mistakes, and that's okay. But it's learning from those mistakes so that we don't make them again. That's the real deal right there. So if you have any other questions, again, reach out anytime. I hope you have an amazing school year. Look forward to working with each and every one of you and your families. And from my heart to yours, make it a great day each and every day, because there's simply no good reason not to. All right, my mathletes, I'll catch up with you later. Peace out.